Hey guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. So before we start discussing today's topic, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button here. Once you click on it, you will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner. Post you subscribe to my channel, also make sure to press the bell icon and click on all. You will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same without any misses. Also, I would request you all to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the name HYIT Intraday Calls because I share a lot of things over there and it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. All right, so before we start with today's discussion, please allow me to mention about an offer that will reduce your capital requirements for trading various segments like the NSE futures and the MCX futures. Okay, talking about the NSE futures, you can trade contracts like Nifty, Bank Nifty, SGX Nifty, etc. with just 6,000 rupees for one lot, whereas in MCX you can trade one lot of crude oil, copper, natural gas, etc. for just 4,000 to 6,000 rupees. Okay, for gold and silver, it will cost you around 10,000 rupees per lot. And not only this, you will be happily surprised when you get to know the other features that are being offered. I can't give you all the details here as there are many, but I will surely share all the details post you get in touch with me. In today's scenario, if you want to trade one lot of crude oil, you need to have a minimum of 1.6 lakhs as your capital, that is 1 lakh 60,000. Similarly, for Nifty, for just one lot, you need to have at least 1 lakh as your capital. Now replace 1.6 lakhs with 4,000 to 6,000 rupees and 1 lakh with 6,000 rupees. It does make a lot of difference to a retail trader like you and me, right? So that's the help I want to extend or offer. And if you are interested, then you can get in touch with me on the details that are being shown on the screen and we can take it forward. A very good evening to everybody. I hope every one of you is having a good weekend. All right, so this is going to be a quick one. So the video is about discussing about a couple of stocks which I have seen which have given a breakout with a very strong volume. So they were having a very strong volume, and at the same time, they have broken some of the resistances that they were having. So it would be a good idea to discuss about those stocks, and you all can have an eye on it to trade it in future. Okay, so let me bring in the chart here. And before I bring in the chart, let's go ahead and discuss this thing first. So right. So these are the stocks that I'm going to talk about. Okay. Not every one of them, but I will explain the first four of them and the rest of the stocks. You can take it up by yourself. Okay. So Shrisam, Jindal Steel, Crompton Greaves, Jumble Fertilizer, ABFRL, CanBank, Coal India, M&M Fin, Bank of Baroda, and AB Capital. Okay. These are the stocks which have been seen having a really huge volume, and at the same time, they are breaking some of the resistances that they were facing earlier. Okay, so there are high chances that those stocks can move up further. That is the anticipation that I have done. Okay, now talking about the trade type. So these trade types can be swing trading and also can be intraday trading if you get the right entry. Okay, but most of the time it will be swing trading. Now when I say swing trading, what I mean is you can hold your positions for maybe 5 to 7 sessions, for around 5 to 7 trading sessions. Okay, that is what I call it as swing trading. Okay, now second one is on which date can these stocks be traded. Well, it depends. I have explained when you can take the entry. So whenever that particular what do I say? Whenever that particular thing is met, or whenever that particular point is reached on the charts, that will be the time when you can take your buy entries. Okay, so that will be discussed in the course of this video. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. How do we trade them? Okay, this is exactly why I'm making this video, so that I can explain what exactly is happening on the chart and how do you go ahead and uh, decide your entry, your stop loss, and your targets. Okay, so basically I have just summarized it, saying that this scan tells us about the stock that were traded with high volume and have breached certain resistances. Those resistances can be a consolidation zone or a double top or any factor or structure that can act as a resistance. Okay, any technical as well. Let's say super trend or maybe a pivot, anything that is working as a resistance, that particular resistance has been breached. Okay, so basically different stocks will have to be handled differently, which will be explained in this particular video. All right, so that is what I have just summarized, a small thing here. And having that said, let's move on to the chart. Okay. Right. So the first one was Sri Sem. Okay. So Sri Cement, that we call it. So as you can see here, the green zone that you see here, that is a particular support level. Okay. Now, why I have named it as a support level is because that particular area was been tested multiple times in the previously. Okay, maybe 6 months back or maybe 1 year back. That is why I have placed this green zone here. Okay. Now, if you have a look on the bottom of the window, we have the volume bars here, all right, or the volume histograms, and you see a black line running through the histograms. Now that black line is nothing but the 50 simple moving average. So how we read it is, if we see that the volume bar closes above that particular black line, that is the 50 SMA, for consecutively 2 or 3 days, then we know that that particular stock is having a high volume and there is something going on. Okay, that is the thinking behind this particular black line. Okay, so as you can see here in Shree Cement as well, we had a breakthrough in the volume on 25th of August and as well as 26th of August. Okay, so that qualifies this stock to be having a big volume. Okay, now as you can see here, this was the red line that you see here, that is the resistance that it was having, and it was breached on 26th of August. Okay, now the chances are it can easily go up. Just a moment, let me bring in the pencil. So chances are it can easily go up till this level. Okay, now this level, the green line that you see here, that is the target that I have set. Okay, now I would suggest you to wait and see if this retraces back a bit towards the support and then goes up, or it breaks this resistance or this high and starts moving up further. So absolutely depending on that thing, you can initiate your trade. Okay, but my suggestion would be wait and see if the stock is coming down, and when it reaches very close to the red line, you initiate a buy trade and your target will be this green line. Clear? And you put your stop losses, sorry, you put your stop loss at the just below the end of the, sorry, just below the swing low, that is here. Okay, and your target is here. All right, simple. Now I have further explanation, but I don't want to go with that because we have a lot of stocks that needs to be decided, so the time will not be sufficient. Okay, so let me allow me to quickly give you the explanation, the main explanations, and then we can take it forward. Okay, moving on to Jindal Steel. Again, this green zone that you see here, that is a very strong support line, and as you can see, a support zone I would say, and as you can see, you have it has taken a support here and have started moving up. Okay, now thing might be a bit different here because what it is making here at this resistance level is a double top. Okay, so either it can come down, okay, to the support level and then start moving up, or it will breach this particular resistance and will start moving up further. If it starts moving up further by breaching this particular resistance level, then you can take a long position and you can expect the stock to be moving till here, till the red zone. That will be your target. Okay, but if it starts moving down, okay, then you can initiate a short entry as well, and you can expect the stock to be reaching somewhere very close to this green zone. So that will be your target in that case. Okay, now if you are going long, then your stop loss will be here, just below the swing low, and as I said, this will be your target, and your entry will be yeah, here after this particular high is breached. Okay, now if you are going short, right, if you are going short, then your stop loss will be just above this resistance. This will be your stop loss, and your target will be here, this zone. Simple. Okay, moving on to the next one. So in this stock, general steel, you have both the chances of making money either by going long or by going short. Depends in which direction the stock moves. Okay, so wait for it and then initiate your trade. Now moving on to the Crompton Greaves. Right, Crompton Greaves, a bit tricky here. Now the first thing is the green zone. Obviously, it is a huge support. The second thing, as you can see here, the red line, it has retested this resistance level 3 times, and it was fourth time when it was able to breach this particular resistance. So of course, this is a very strong breakout in the upward direction. Okay, but as seen in the last trading session, okay, this one, it was not able to actually hold the up move. Right, it was not actually able to hold that up move. It did went up, but by the end of the day it ended in red. So we cannot really believe this move and take a long position at this time. And most importantly, if you see this particular bar, the last bar that is here, this is a red bar, which tells us that the volume was from the sellers and not from the buyers. So we need to be a bit careful here. Okay, so how to trade? Well, wait for the stock to retrace down. And when it approaches this particular support level, the red line, initiate a buy trade, and your target will be the green line above. Just a moment. Here, this will be your target. Put your stop loss here, or maybe here, just below the swing low. That will be your stop loss. And entry, as I said, when you see that the stock has started moving up again, you can enter here. Okay, so in this stock, you need to wait for some time to see what exactly happens. Okay, so now please remember that whatever I'm saying, they are just probabilities. Okay, I'm anticipating those moves. Now it might be the case that the stock goes sideways after here. After here it goes sideways and then it starts moving up. So in that case, what will you do? You need to wait for this sideways movement to be breached. So your entry will be at this candle, right? That is one scenario. Another scenario that can raise is it moves sideways and then it falls. Now when it falls, you're not expected to take a sell position here. That will be wrong, right? Because clearly you see that there is a support line here, the red line, that is a support, and that particular support was a resistance till this candle breached it. So this becomes a very strong support. So it will be foolish on anybody's end to initiate a sell position if the stock starts moving down. Okay, so if the stock starts moving down, please wait, let it move down and let it take a support here at the support level, and then when it starts moving up, you initiate a buy trade somewhere here. Right, as I said, this will be your entry, this will be your target, your stop loss will be just below the swing low. Clear? And I'm really sorry to take it fast, but please don't mind if you are not understanding what I'm saying. Then please revisit the video, have a look on the video multiple times, and I'm very sure you will get the point. Okay, right, so moving on to the next one, that is Jumble Fertilizer. Okay, now this stock again was having a support and this support was breached, and right now we see a resistance here. Now this resistance, why is it a resistance? Is because it was a swing high here. Okay, now that resistance has been breached in the last trading session, and the when the resistance is breached, it has not actually gone far away from the resistance line. So this becomes a perfect scenario to enter long. So you can easily enter long in intraday trading as well, and also in swing trading. Okay, so your entry will be exactly post this high is breached, as simple as that. Okay, target will be this green line, right? Target will be here and your stop loss will be below the swing low. This would be a simple trade. Okay, I don't expect much of a drama in this particular scenario. Okay, and the best thing is, post the resistance was breached, the stock has not traveled a lot in the upward direction. It has just breached the resistance level. So that gives us a good scenario to enter long, and we can expect the stock to be moving up smoothly. Okay, and If, for example, you have taken a trade here and you see that the stock has started moving down, so you don't panic. Why you don't panic? The simple reason is you have a stop loss here. And that is how we trade, right? It is all based on anticipations. So we are anticipating that the stock might go up, but if it comes down, it absolutely depends on what the stock will do. Nobody in this world has a control on it, right? So if at all the stock moves down, don't panic. Put a stop loss at the swing lows low, okay, just below the swing low, I mean, and wait. It might be the case that it will come up, and maybe in just 1 to 2 candles, it might reach a target as well. Who knows? Anything can happen, right? But what's important is how you anticipate and how you technically analyze the stock depending on what exactly is happening right on the charts, not by hoping or not by praying or not by guessing. Okay, we have a solid reason of what we are doing, why we are doing that particular thing, why are we taking up that particular trade in the buy direction. That is what is important. Okay, so this is what I wanted to explain, guys. As I said in the starting of the video, I will keep it short, and I will explain just four trades, or sorry, I'll explain just four stocks, and the rest of the stocks can be taken care of you because the fundamental remains the same. Okay, just have a look on the volume bar. Make sure that the volume bar is green. If the volume bar is red, avoid it. Okay, and then you know very well where to see the resistance, how to identify the resistance, and where to take the entry, when to wait, whether to initiate the trade immediately or not, or whether to wait for the script to come down to a particular support level and then to initiate a trade. All those things, I'm very sure you're clear on that. All right, so that's it from my end, guys, and I will keep coming up with such videos so that people can take up trades according to my anticipations, and I'm very sure it will work out fine. Okay, so you all have a good evening, guys, and I will see you all later. Thank you for your time and have a good evening. Bye bye.